Hi, today is March the 17th, 2021, and I'm going to read on Putin. Joe Biden recently commented that Putin was going to be dealt with for his interference. And Joe's not kidding around. Unfortunately, we still have, from what I see, especially on YouTube, a lot of Putin's trolls who seek to make themselves look like they are English-speaking Americans that are saying, like, yeah, Putin will take Biden out behind the woodshed. We still have this stupid crap from his people here. It really needs to be cleaned out and cleared off of social media, and social media that continues to allow it should, it should have something very severe occur where it gets suspended or they lose their services, their ability. People like, I'm going to call him Gluttenberg, have become way too wealthy and too powerful, and they're not ethical. So that's a really big problem. We all know that he's not ethical. And if it's... Anyway, so what I want to see, this card came flying out, and we get this is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, what they offer, this is that feeling of suggestion, that constant feed, spoon-fed, slow brainwashing that's affected certain segment of our population and other populations in the world. That there are people that are susceptible to it, and if you're seeing it every day, it doesn't seem so blatant, but it is blatant, and it is every day, and people are affected by it. All right, so what I want to see, I know that Joe means this, and I saw it in one of my last readings on Putin, that Joe would put sanctions down, and that would be part of a catalyst, a major catalyst in the world. Other nations would follow suit. Please, I will see if I can find that other video and bring it up and put its link in the description box. But so I'm going to read on Putin, and we're just going to circle back with this reading and see how it looks like Biden's sanctions will go, what he plans to do, how it will affect Putin. That's what I want to know. So I'm asking Spirit, my spiritual mentors, to please help me to read accurately and clearly. How will Biden's response to Putin affect Putin? What do we need to know about it? Okay, so let's see what we get. Okay, well, in my asking, sorry, hang on a minute, my voice. Okay, so it's going to really put him on the hot seat. It's going to be, he's going to boil him. And there's nothing Putin can do about it. Ha ha. Not really. He's had this coming long enough, and I see and saw in the past that the universe is, going to let it being a way of dealing with him. So let's just see. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. Again, apologies for my voice. I have taken antihistamines, but it's deadly out here. Okay. So what I see is that it will put Putin under a great deal of pressure. He's going to feel like he's being unfairly targeted. And so expect him to take a page out of the Donald Trump playbook. Feel sorry for me. I'm being unfairly attacked. But it will put him legitimately, it will make things difficult for Vlad. And there's Biden crossing him. Perfect. Universe wants to really read on this. Okay. And Biden will challenge him. Biden is in a placement crossing him of challenge. They're crossing each other. Because, but I'm going to tell you this much. Biden's a Scorpio. Putin has I think a Scorpio moon, but he's a Libra. He's going to find out that you don't mess with people like Biden. Seriously. All these silly comments that his propaganda trolls are out there making about taking him. Biden's going to be taking Putin behind the woodshed and giving him a spanking, good and hard. And Putin is going to be finding himself in isolation, and their economy is going to really suffer. So they're just doing the typical annoying projecting that Trump copied. We saw it with Trump. Projecting. This is saying Vlad's taken a lot of high risks in the past. He's been foolish. He has bitten off more than he can chew. Okay. Universe is not playing. Vlad's not on a list of positive, people right now. Ever. Yes, and here's his betrayal, his constant trying to sabotage and setting up saboteurs to interfere with other nations' lives, etc. So that is there. That shows up with the 3, right to the heart, where it's really affecting the populace, everything. He is a saboteur. And Biden is done with his saboteur fuckery. That crowns Putin. In his recent past, these were some sort of, I think these are the activities of trolling and having hackers, that people that are creating a lot of problems. So then we look into the near future, and it is his end. It is the card of death. The winds of death come onto him. It could be literal, but more than likely at this time, unless I get other cards that indicate otherwise, a figurative way, in that he would lose power. There is an end to this little deal he had going in the White House before with Trump and all of that. This says you're on notice, you're in deep doo-doo, and you messed with the wrong nation. Because there's somebody in the house here, a Scorpio, who's pissed. And they're coming for you. They're stepping to you for your betrayal, for your sabotaging, and getting a traitor. So he's not kidding around. And I back him 100,000% on this, Biden. And he's going to hit him in the pocketbook because he knows they love money, 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 and power. So money and power are what Joe will use to bring him down. And that is like sanctions, trade, all that kind of stuff. Actual goods. Economy. And in the environment is the Six of Wands. And this is, to me, in relation to Biden, Biden's in power now, and our nation's going to be improving and gaining strength and moving to a very positive place. It is no longer going to be quite as vulnerable as it was with Trump. So the universe is saying, you better watch out. And especially with the Death card, because you have an ending coming. I'm having death coming for you. So the spirit of death will be upon Putin in the near future, once the sanctions and whatnot get going, are implemented. I look forward to that day. I'll celebrate it, because it will be the beginning of his end, and he is a really, truly evil man. What he fears, and his hopes and fears, is the Page of Wands. This is Putin. I think he fears gossip. This is so strange. But he does. He's fearing it because it and information leaks. He's fearing that as he loses power, I'm getting that there will be information leaks and stuff that will really further erode. The final card is the Queen of Wands. I believe this is a foreign person that will somehow, a woman that will be significant in between Biden and Putin and sanctions and this sort of thing. Now, I don't know quite who she is, whether if she's a team on Biden's team or if she is someone other. Perhaps if she's Russian. I don't know. Let's just take a look. Okay. Could be a partner of Vlad's, potentially. But let me just pull another couple cards with that. This looks to be like a love interest of his. That is the secret. And she is a fire sign. She's making there's some sort of a message she's sending. She's trying to send it though secretively. Okay. And what does, having to do with well-being. I think he will go through depression. I think this is her information could suffer a leak. I definitely see that some girlfriend of his will be subject to, I think, a leak in her information, or somehow somebody gets hold of her texts or something along these lines. And I feel like it will show a concern for health or well-being. And also trying to cover things, make things look like they're okay, like they're copacetic when they're not, or when there's some sort of questionable circumstances, sketchy circumstances for sure with that moon. And it sure looks like with the Nine of Pentacles, someone's trying to act like everything is just fantastic when it's super shady and not. And someone is kind of, I feel like, pensive and trying to make it in communicating, and I think it gets revealed. This is Temperance again. Okay, yes, I feel like there is a female connected to Putin who will undergo some sort of leak of information and gossip that will come out, rumors, there's a leak, and a bully, that bully behavior. It will be, I think, he'll find himself being smeared, and not smeared inaccurately, but actual information of his own that he has tried to keep secret. He tries to keep everything secret, from whom he's dating, and this man doesn't want you. He has a very, very, how to put it, he has a very calculated image that is projected to the world, with the trying to act like he's super macho and strong and a manly man. And the funny thing is, it is so homoerotic, so to speak, that the rest of us are just laughing. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever, dude, with your shirt off, and you almost look like it's extra for Brokeback Mountain, but okay, dude. He's so terrified of gays, and something that my children and I have discussed, my adult children, who are part of the LGBTQIA community, and he's a glaring example of somebody that is so insecure that they are trying to think of the right word here, that they are prosecuting too, people who are gay or queer in the community in Russia. It's so awful, and minorities are not protected there. Horrible place. I suggest that all the fascists in America go live there. They'd be quite happy, I guess. But look at that. So what's coming, what we can look for is a lover, a friend, or someone who is quote-unquote associated with Putin, albeit reluctantly revealed as such. Will have her information, I think, leaked, and it will be a first for him, a real first for him, because it's leaked to the world, and it's going to start to undo his image as strongman. It's going to publicly humiliate him, and he will be hit with sanctions as well, is what I'm getting. It puts him in the hot seat with the 10 of Wands. He will suffer, and it won't be just quick. It will be a length of cycles of that he will be in this position while he remains in power, and he's not going to step down. So he's kind of jinxed himself, Putin has, because Biden will have an immovable target to just make life difficult for. And he will get other nations, Biden will get other nations that are sick of Putin's antics that will join in sanctioning him. So with that death card that I got coming in the very near future for Putin, okay, right there, is warning and saying, and there's nothing he can do about it, it is time for his end. And death is coming for him. The death of his office. The death, even perhaps of him quite literally at some, I think, relatively near point. But he's definitely, at least figuratively, going to lose power. And this is what kicks it off. Ha ha, Putin. Okay. And there will be other surprises that come along with this that are that he doesn't expect. People that he thought he had won over. They're going to saddle up with Biden. They really will. And they will reject him. And I think that this will he's going to be kind of like, and what? What? Uh-huh. And there is loss, and he is feeling sorry for himself. He is really feeling sorry for himself, Putin is. Because it's the end. And he knows it. And he's not in that picture anymore. He's not going to be part of that scene anymore. He's not, that power is not in his hand anymore. With that key, it's taken away. And the door is shut. And he is excluded. And he is sad. Very emotional for him. And there's nothing he can do about it. But he's also yet retains his apathy. He still doesn't care about anyone else. Now he's just emotional and upset for himself, but apathetic as usual for everyone else. And there's nothing he can do about it. He has to sit and take it. Ha ha. He's going to try to figure out another route, Putin will, through a woman. Excuse me, I hate that when I hit the tripod. Or it could be, rather, that there's a woman that is going to rethink something, or women. It's the economy. Woman in power. You know, mothers especially. I think you will see the rise of women in Russia who's had enough of the shenanigans and hardships. Honest to God, right here. Mothers are saying, I don't have enough to feed my children under your leadership. You're a joke. Yeah, his power, the vision will be flipped. People will be able to see now from a different perspective the difference that he does not have this power, that his power is an illusion, and he has screwed up, and he has made it so now that Russia is going to suffer a heap of problems from his ineptitude. And there's nothing that their nation can do about it because he's brought it upon them. They have to endure it. And there's this suspension, this is sanctions. Makes life difficult. Yeah. I'm getting that luxury will be hard to find. Black market will increase. in Russia. And for Putin, it means his power is suspended. He is not the big dog anymore. And I think he's trying to hide money, he's trying to hide assets, as he knows his power is waning. And people are not remaining by his side. He really wants to be in the spotlight again. He put, it was his life's work to in an effort to retain permanently that spotlight, that power. But now he's going to have to deal with a long cycle of, I think, not being in power and having to deal with what is dealt to him. And look, he's out. He has to go. He will be out. He will have to resign. He doesn't want to resign. But I think he'll be pressured to resign. Yeah, it's a new era. And again, larger forces at hand, stronger than even one of the most corrupt human beings on the planet, still is more powerful at the end of the day. And he is going to bounce like a rubber ball and resign. There. He will be undone. And he can thank Biden. And Biden will say, I want him to know it was me. So, Vlad, you can suck an egg. If you like my content, thank you, first off. Secondly, please make sure that you're subscribed and that the like button is hit. YouTube is doing funny things again with my subscriber numbers. I don't know. I think they want me to do collaborations, and I just can't always do that. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.